Hello and welcome to the virtual tour of the 8th annual Ras Al Khaimah Fine Arts Festival, brought to you by Marjan and organized by the Qasimi Foundation. My name is Max and I'm taking you on a tour of the historic Al Hamra Heritage Village. Let's go. With over 110 artists from 33 countries, Al Hamra is home to the Ras Al Khaimah Fine Arts Festival for the second year in a row. As the historic home of the Zabi tribe, Al Hamra was actually a pearling village that was abruptly abandoned in the 1970s. With its continued restoration and conservation, Al Hamra now serves as a bridge between cultural heritage and contemporary art. Welcome to the Fort, our outdoor exhibition space for US honorary guest artist Kili Rian. In his photography, Kili reveals the hidden stories of the polar regions, the wilderness and indigenous communities. Through his heritage, which is Siberian Nanai and Chinese American, he explores the human relationship to the natural world from different cultural perspectives. Kili's photograph depicts the extreme environment of the Arctic. The snow-covered landscape lies in stark contrast to the surrounding desert of Al Hamra. Over here we find the artwork by Marina Rousseau called Nostalgia.
The piece Nostalgia by Marina Rousseau is associated with a yearning for the past, its personalities and events, and the good old days. It describes Rousseau's feelings for Greece while living in the UAE and her feelings for the UAE when she returns to her homeland.
In Bait 5, we're displaying the artworks of 3 Emirati designers, Azza Al-Qubaisi, Mohammed Al-Suwaidi and Nisa Al-Shahi. They've worked together to create a space that reflects Ras Al Khaimah's land and its people.
The sculpture's base is in the shape of a spiral, derived from the palm branches, lines and curves. It has been created using 900 pieces of steel. The artist chose steel as the main material because it is a dynamic metal that evolves with time and reacts to the environment around it. In Azza's work, the metal pieces were welded together in an asymmetrical way to reflect changes in life and our connections to each other as people and communities. Made from locally sourced mountain stones and rough wood, Mohammed crafts a functional yet beautiful bench, chair set and a table that reflects and complements the land on which it stands.
This year's theme is Connected Communities. We asked artists to submit work that reflects on the ways in which people create communities with each other, their surrounding environments, and the natural world. Through its curation, the festival then brings to life the ways in which we create communities in our respective corners of the world. In this sikka, in this alley, we are exhibiting the artwork of Zlatan Filipovic called Home Dao.
In Home Dao, Zlatan Filipovic references ports, which have always been points of departure and return, as spaces of connection between diverse communities. Likewise, DAOs have connected the world for centuries. They are highlighted in this piece as mobile dwelling units that bring life together.
Welcome to Villa or Bait 6. This is one of the largest compounds in the festival. Over here we will also find examples of historical winter and summer houses. While summer houses have windows, winter houses do not. Over here we're also exhibiting the artwork of Biswawarpa Mohanty and Salama Al-Nuaimi. In one of the traditional summer houses, we are exhibiting the artwork of Ahmed Al-Husseini called Containment.
His sculpture Containment won the first prize at the Ras Al Khaimah Fine Arts Festival in the sculpture category.
Welcome to Villa 4, where we find an example of a majlis room used as a community gathering place. Moving further into the villa, we find artworks by Leonardo Montoya, Karine Roche and other artists. We are now entering Villa 3, the residence of the pearl divers.
Adeline Buenaventura's Jungle Pop Elephant collection features a selection of hand-painted sculptures made of a strong structure in resin reinforced with fiberglass, covered with multiple layers of high-gloss UV marine lacquer. They are highly versatile sculptures that can be placed indoors as well as outdoors.
Welcome to Villa 2, which hosts the student artwork of the Ras Al Khaimah Fine Arts Festival. The festival has 4 categories: digital art, sculpture, film, and student artwork. Part of the mission of the Fine Arts Festival is also to support aspiring artists in the community. So here we find 16 artworks of students who all live in the UAE. Over here we find the artwork of the Filipino artist Buddy Gadiano called Souk Al Jamal.
Camel markets in the city of Al Ain attract visitors and local residents alike to witness the unique way of bargaining for camel.
Welcome to Villa 1, which is the last of the original festival site. In its second year at the Jazira Al Hamra Heritage Village, the Ras Al Khaimah Fine Arts Festival has grown to include a 7th villa and its pathway. Over here we find the artwork by an AUS collective called Redressing the Renaissance.
They featured a culturally diverse cast in traditional attire such as saris and shaylas. The recreation was made all the more significant by the sense of community that it fostered among the participants. The piece Faith by Donel Gamiran won the first prize at the Fine Arts Festival. Donel is an image maker who tells stories through photography. The look in the eyes of the subject is full of faith. Every charitable act is a stepping stone towards a closer community.
Welcome to Villa 7, the final piece of the Fine Arts Festival site. This was a traditional home of the shipbuilder of the village, and over here we find Al-Matbasa, a traditional technique and facility to extract syrup from dates. Over here in Villa 7, we also find the artwork by Lynn Naismith called Community and Culture.
It honors the legacy of Sheikh Zayed. As Sheikh Zayed was firmly committed to the importance of community, he believed that unity is the way to strength, honor, and power.
Thank you for joining me on this virtual tour of the 8th annual Ras Al Khaimah Fine Arts Festival. Make sure to join us in person next year, and why not submit your own work to the festival? Submissions can be made until May 31st through a website, www.rakart.ae. Please also follow us on social media to stay updated on the latest news and announcements. My name is Max, and I hope to see you in person for our next Ras Al Khaimah Fine Arts Festival in 2021. Take care.